Aloha everyone, welcome. Call the Higher Education Committee to order. We are in room 229. It's 3 p.m. April 6th on Tuesday, and we have a number of governor's messages for confirmation hearing today. My vice chair is Senator Michelle Kidani, and online, I'm not sure who's online. Anyone? Members online? Senator Favela. It's Senator Algaran. Welcome, and I'm sure others will join us. In the meantime, let me just get rid of, there's Senator Favela. Thank you. This meeting, including the audio and video of remote participants, is being streamed live on YouTube. You'll find links to viewing options for all Senate meetings on live and on-demand video page of the legislature's website. In the unlikely event we have to abruptly end this hearing due to major technical difficulties, committee will reconvene to discuss any outstanding business on Tuesday, April 13th, 3 p.m., and a public notice will be posted on the legislature's website. For people participating remotely, all testifier audio will be muted and video disabled until shortly before your turn to testify. Testifiers will be limited to 1 minute each. At the end of the 1 minute, the audio will be automatically muted. I'll be reading a list of people who submitted written testimony for each measure. We apologize if the closed captions do not accurately transcribe your name. If you're interested in reviewing the written testimony, please go to the legislature's website. You'll find a link on the status page for the measure. And if there's any technical temporary glitches during your turn to testify, we may have to move on to the next person due to time constraints. We appreciate your understanding. We remind you that the committee has your written testimony. So to begin with, we will start with Hawai'i Medical Education Council membership, known as HMEC. And this council analyzes the state healthcare workforce for present and future, focusing in particular on the state's needs for physicians, access to the state's healthcare training program. It focuses on UH's Japson's Institutional Graduate Medical Education, referred to as GME, enterprise to determine its ability to meet with workforce needs identified by HMEC, recommends to the legislature and the UH Board of Regents ways in which you can identify GME and other healthcare training programs that can improve and change in order to effectively meet with HMEC's assessment. They do work with other entities and state agencies in consultation with the legislature and the Board of Regents. They develop and implement a plan to ensure an adequate funding of healthcare training programs in the state with an emphasis on UH Japson and GME programs. So our first nominee is GM 616, submitting for confirmation to the Hawaii Medical Education Council, gubernatorial nominee Leslie Chun, for a term to expire 6/30/25. This is a new position. For testify, we have Jerry Hedges, University of Hawaii, in support. Kenneth Nakamura, an individual, in support. We have no other testimonies, and the nominee is not with us, so we have no one to ask questions of, so we will move on. GM 617 and 618, submitting for confirmation to the Hawaii Medical Education Council. Nicole Apoliona, for a term to expire 6/30/2021 and 6/30/2025. Also testifying is Jairus Hedges, in support. Kelly Withy, in support. Allison Mukini, also in support. And Tracy Nonokawa, an individual, also in support. There is no one here to testify on Zoom, and the nominee is also not present. So we will move on to GM 619, submitting for confirmation Linda Rosen DeBode, for a term to expire 6/30/23, also for the Hawaii Medical Education Council. Testifying Jerry Hedges, in support. From the University of Hawaii, Julie Tulang, from HHSC Board of Directors. These people are all in support. Elena Kabatu and Kelly Withy. Again, there is no one here to testify on Zoom. The nominee is not present as well. Members, they were not required to attend, so That's the reason they're not all here. GM 620 is for consideration, Hawaii Medical Education Council, Lisa Rentz, for a term to expire 6/30/25. In support, Jerry Hedges, Elena Kabuto, Kim Kobayashi, Miles Yoshioka, John Wade, Adrian Lampson, Scott Grosket, I'm not sure how you say his last name, but there's like 38 people in support. I'm not going to read all of their names, none of which is present today, and neither is the applicant. Okay, so that is all that is here for the Hawaii Medical Education Council membership. We move on to the Hawaii Commission for National Community Service. Their mission is to identify, foster, and create opportunities to promote volunteerism throughout our state. Commission works closely with the Nationwide Corporation for National and Community Service and is the liaison between the CNCS, which is the National Community Service, and the state of Hawaii. Hawaii Commission is the only way for Hawaii to receive federal funds dispersed by the CNCS. So our first nominee is gubernatorial nominee Anne Marie Matsuzaki for a term to end 6/30/24. There has been no testimony supported, and the nominee is not present. Moving on to GM 717-718 for consideration, nominee Elwyn Watkins for a term to expire 6/30/21 and 6/30/25. In support, Randy Pereira from HGA, Lynn Mayakawa, Carlton Ho, Christy Miyame, Pomai, Uchibori, Brandon Markiga, and that's all those that are in support. Again, no one is here in person or in Zoom, and our nominee is not here. GM 719, nominee Gordon Kai for a term to expire 6/30/24. And we do have the nominee with us today, Mr. Kai. Is he on?
You see him there, he needs to unmute.
He's not there, I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Aloha.
Aloha.
Welcome, Mr. Kai. Would you like to say a few words?
No, I don't want to waste your time. I just was honored and very, very privileged to be asked to serve on that committee.
Would you like to just tell us why would you like to serve?
You know, the community at large is something that I've always been involved with through various organizations, and I think that being with that community, whether it be the Hawaiian community, or any other ethnic community, is very important for us individuals to be involved and to see that what we are striving for personally is also something that the community can get a hold of and take advantage of any expertise or experiences that we can offer.
Okay, well, we certainly appreciate your willingness to serve. It's very important because this is the only way Hawaii can receive federal funds that's dispersed. So we look to the board and look to all of you to make sure that we get every dollar that we are entitled to get. So thank you very much for volunteering. Members, any question for Mr. Gordon Kai? Hearing none, again, thank you very much. We will go into decision making after this. However, I believe that all of the Hawaii Commission for National Community Service nominees, there was some error by the governor on the terms, so we will defer decision-making, members, on that to Tuesday, April 13 at 3:05 p.m. In this room, 229. But we are taking all of the testimony today. So, Mr. Kai, we will be voting on your nomination on Tuesday. So thank you again.
Mahalo nui.
Moving on to GM 720, this is for gubernatorial nominee Joy Kono for a term to expire 6/30/2024. Brian Miyamoto in testimony from the Farm Bureau in support, and Catherine Kekaulike. I'm sorry? Brian, what did I say?
No, but he needs to Zoom.
Oh, he is in Zoom. Okay, Brian, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Chair Kim, Vice Chair Kidani, members of the committee. Brian Miyamoto here on behalf of the Hawai'i Farm Bureau. We'll stand on our written testimony strongly supporting this nominee. As you can see from her extensive background experience with large organizations like Kamehameha Schools, but also her background as a farmer and as a Farm Bureau leader and an ag leader, I think will be an asset to the commission. So the Hawai'i Farm Bureau and our 1,800 farm family members standing strong support of this nominee.
Brian, thank you very much. And yes, I think it's important that we do have someone with the farming community also part of this entity. So appreciate that. Members, any questions of Mr. Miyamoto? Our nominee is not present, and Catherine Kekaulike also is not present. But there are no questions. Again, thank you, Brian. We are moving on to GM 721. This is for nominee Gail Makuakane London for a term to expire 6/30/2024. Also a new appointee. No testimony has been supported, and the nominee is not present. On GM 776 and 777, this is for gubernatorial nominee Alan Clinton for a term to expire 6/30/2021 and 6/30/2025. In support, we have all of Kauai, I believe. Derek Kawakami Mayor, Ka'aina Hall, for Kauai Department of Planning. They're all in support. Mark Begley, Kauai Police Department. Michael Dahili, Kauai County Managing Director. Marie Williams, Kauai County Department of Planning. Solomon Kanoho, Kauai Fire Department. Elton Ushio, Kauai County Emergency Management. Mililani Pimentel, Kauai Habitat for Humanity. And there is 2, 4, 6, 7 others that don't say they're from Kauai, but they probably are from Kauai. So. However, we would love to have talked to our mayor. He is not here on Zoom today, and neither is Alan, so we will move on. That is the end for the community Kauai Commission for National and Community Service. We're moving on to Nursing Advisory Board, and their mission is to provide accurate nursing workforce data for planning, disseminates nursing knowledge to support excellence in practice and leadership development, promotes a diverse workforce, and advocates for sound, healthy policy to serve the charging health care needs of the people of Hawaii. And we have gubernatorial nominee Message 778, Arthur Sampaga Jr. for a term to expire 6/30/2025. We have Laura Rechart from the Hawaii State Nursing Center for Nursing. Laura, welcome.
Hi, Chair. Thank you for hearing both nominations today. I just want to give my commendations for Arthur Sampaga. He is a wonderful nurse champion. He's the Chief Nursing Officer at Hilo Medical Center. He has done incredible work on the Big Island, and he's one of our esteemed neighbor island representatives. It's been very important to us to expand the voice and in the advisory capacity to our neighbor islands, and he has done that, and not only done it for his own island, but helped us launch initiatives that have improved our programs for other nurses on neighbor islands. So it is with my great pleasure and great honor to support his nomination. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we also have the nominee, Arthur Sampaga, here. Mr. Sampaga, welcome. Thank you very much for your willingness to serve. Would you like to have some opening remarks?
Yes. Aloha and good afternoon, everyone. And thanks again, Laura and Senator Kim. I'm looking forward to serving our nursing profession and our community for the next 4 years. By advising evidence-based and best practices to the current and future healthcare professionals, especially the educational entities. And I'm so grateful and so thankful to be part of it and given this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Arthur. Arthur, what is as far as nurses on the Big Island, do you folks have a shortage there? And
There's always a shortage. People come and go, a lot of retirees. We like to train and hire locally for just to keep it within the community and to prolong their profession in the community.
so
For retention purposes.
as far as statewide too, we do have a statewide shortage continually across the state. So what are some of the
Yes.
things you think maybe this commission or advisory board can do to help encourage us to be able to get more people into nursing? I know we do quite a bit with University of Hawaii and encouraging our young people to go into the field of nursing, but is there anything else we can be doing?
Yeah, I think we need to expand the nursing colleges and universities, including the community college. I'm very supportive with the community college. I was educated through HCC and Hilo. I went on to graduate from UH. I think both programs are excellent. I think we need to open up more seats, provide more instructors, provide more educational opportunities for our local students.
Thank you very much. Members, any questions for
I just have a
Arthur?
comment.
Okay, Senator Kidani.
Thank
Yes.
you, Arthur, for your willingness
Thank
to
you.
serve. As the mother of a nurse, I really appreciate you wanting to give your time to this advisory board, and I totally agree that we have short-staffed in nursing, and we have to find a way, and maybe with your help on this board, that we can look at other ways to address the shortage and how we can bring more people, get more people interested in this very, very worthy career. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Any other member have questions? Yes, Senator Gil Agaran.
Yeah, thank you, Arthur. I had a question. Since you're a Neighbor Islander like myself, I'm curious about the transition from training, I guess from education to actual training in the workplaces locally. I mean, it used to be that the nurses that were trained at UH Maui College would need to leave the island first before they could come back and get hired locally, although that's changed in recent years. Are you seeing a trend statewide where people are more willing to do a lot of training while the nurses are actually working right away out of school?
Yeah, we got a lot of great hospitals, a lot of great medical facilities, long-term care, home health. We got a lot of great training opportunities here, and I think the directors, say, for example, nursing directors, they open up their facilities for these students. I don't see any roadblocks or obstacles. I think we have the most training opportunities we can allow at the moment.
So when you made the statement that you think there's more seats should be open,
Yes.
you think that there should be no problem with placing the students that get into these programs then?
Placed for clinical training in the field, I think
Yeah.
there is. We have enough. From the neighbor island, I think we do have enough. But I think we need more seats in the schools. More instructors, more seats in the schools, because I know that there's at least 100 students, for example, applying for only 50 seats. So, these 50 students that don't get in a nursing program, for example, they may have to go elsewhere, leave the state, or try another profession or career. So I think we need more seats, island-wide, statewide.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else wishing to ask questions of this nominee? If not, again, Arthur, thank you very much, and thank you for your
Thank you.
willingness to serve. Okay, members, GM 779 is going to be deferred indefinitely. This nominee was already confirmed last year, and so somehow there was a mix-up, and the governor sent that name down to us as well. And so with that, we are at the end of the agenda, and I will go right into decision-making unless anyone wants to go into the breakout room. Hearing none. Okay, so the recommendation will be to go ahead, and I'm going to take this in groups if there is no objections, that we go ahead and advise and consent on GM 616, 617, 618, 619, 620. This is all of the Hawaii Medical Education Council membership, the HMEC. So for Leslie Chun, Nicole Apoliona, Linda Rosen-DeBoat, and Lisa Rancid. For their respective terms, the recommendation is to advise and consent. Is there any discussion? Not, Chair votes aye. Madam Vice Chair?
Chair votes aye. Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Keith Algaran.
Aye.
Senator Wakai.
Yes.
Senator Favela.
Aye.
Measures adopted, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And members, for the members, the GMs for the Hawaii, let me get that name correct. Let me get it correct. For the Hawaii Commission for National and Community Service, that's the group that the governor had gotten the terms incorrect, and therefore we are going to be deferring all of their decision till Tuesday, the 13th at 3:05 p.m. in room 229, and that is for Anne Marie Matsuzaki, Eldwin Watkins, Gordon Kai, Joy Kono, Gail Makuakane Ludin, Alan Clinton. Okay, so those are deferred decision-making till Tuesday. For GM 778, this is for the advise and consent for Arthur Sampaga Jr. The recommendation is that we advise and consent. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Senator Kidani.
Chair Kim votes aye. Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Keith Algaran.
Yes.
Senator Wakai.
Yes.
Senator Favela.
Yes.
Measures adopted, Madam Chair.
Thank you. That's the end of our agenda. Members, we have a whole bunch more of confirmations on Tuesday and I believe Thursday of next week. Yes. So we will see you then. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.